Ladies and gentlemen, may I please have your attention? Please have your tickets in hand before you board the plane. Thank you.
Hello and welcome. I'm Johan Castell and you're watching Wings. On today's show we feature Ganesh Chaturthi, which is kicking off now, and food in focus during the festival. We cover La Tomatina Festival in Spain and other wild events worldwide, before bringing you stories from the United Kingdom for history buffs. Let's start. Ganesh Chaturthi, a 10-day festival marking the birth of Lord Ganesha, fills India with devotion and celebration. From vibrant processions to sacred rituals, millions unite to welcome the beloved deity, seeking his blessings through music, dance, and prayer.
The beats of Dhol Tasha, a drumming procession reverberating in every corner. Irresistible sweets. Towering idols of Lord Ganesha. This is Ganesh Chaturthi, a festival that transforms cities across India, especially in the state of Maharashtra, into bustling centers of devotion and celebration. This 10-day festival marks the birth of Lord Ganesha, the beloved elephant-headed deity known as the god of new beginnings and remover of obstacles. Ganesh Chaturthi isn't just a festival. It is an emotional celebration deeply embedded in the hearts of millions. The popular belief is that Lord Ganesh visits the earth during these 10 days to bless his devotees. People come together, decorating their homes and neighborhoods, setting up elaborate pandals, and welcoming Ganesha with music, dance, and prayer. Celebrations kick off with the installation of Ganesha idols, either in homes or grand public spaces. The ceremony begins with the Pran Pratishtha ritual, infusing life into the idol and marking the start of the festivities. A popular chant that is used during the Ganesh Chaturthi festival is Ganpati Bappa Moria. It is a way for devotees to express their love and devotion to Lord Ganesha and to ask for his blessings for the coming year.
Ganpati, and this is called Ganesh Chaturthi festival, which is around 10 days festival. So I'm here to capture the moment. So people create different statues for different areas. So they decorate a particular set which is called pandal.
In all our god, like 36 crore gods, the Ganesha is the most powerful. So if we have to pray any god, like different like Shiva and all, first we have to pray Ganesha, then we have to pray other gods.
Devotees adorn Lord Ganesha with vibrant flowers and red sandalwood paste while chanting sacred hymns. Traditional offerings include coconuts, jaggery, and 21 sweet dumplings, known as Modaks. The grand finale on the 10th day is called Anant Chaturdashi, that features a spectacular procession. Idols of Ganesha are carried through the streets amid music, dancing, and celebratory fervor. Culminating in a dramatic immersion in water. Devotees carry the idols in grand processions, chanting prayers on their way to the nearest water body for the Visarjan. This ritual symbolizes Ganesha's return to his celestial abode, a reminder of the cycle of creation and dissolution. As Ganesha bids farewell, he leaves behind a sense of peace and anticipation. Devotees eagerly await his return next year. As the festival starts now, we will explore more about the 10-day-long carnival in the coming weeks.
During Ganesh Chaturthi, the air fills with the aroma of Modaks, Lord Ganesha's favorite sweet. My colleague Nikita explores classic Modaks and new innovative versions crafted for modern tastes. Take a look.
When we talk about the Ganesh festival, how can we not mention Modaks? These soft, steamed dumplings are believed to be Lord Ganesha's favorite treat. Once the prayers are complete, the Modaks are not just a symbol of devotion. They become prasad, a sacred offering shared among devotees.
During a battle between Lord Parshuram and Lord Ganesh, Parshuram's weapon struck Ganesh's tooth, causing him pain and making it difficult for him to eat solid food. To ease his discomfort, soft food in the form of modaks was prepared for him, marking the origin of this sweet.
Each household has a different way of making it, and the different varieties add to the beauty of this dish. Today, we are diving into two distinct worlds of modaks. On the one hand, we have the classic, authentic modak steeped in tradition and cherished for generations. On the other, we're exploring the modern, new age variations that bring a fresh twist to this festival treat.
This is steam modak, ukdi se modak, what we call it in Maharashtra. That is ukdi se modak. It is made out of rice flour, and inside is fresh coconut and jaggery, along with cadmium and all. This has been started in coastal area of Maharashtra. The Ganesh festival has been started by Bal Gangadhar Tilak. That time in Konkan, you get only rice and coconut, lots of rice and lots of coconut. So they made it with these two things.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was available and they put it to the best of use.
Yes.
A perfect combination of soft rice flour and sweet filling, capturing the essence of this old delicacy. Ganesh festival is incomplete without these.
You have to take rice flour, mix water, the same quantity of water, boil it, and then keep it for 10-15 minutes. Make it a dough-like, and then you have to make small chapatis, puris type. Then stuffing inside coconut and jaggery. That stuffing, you have to mix it, cook it.
Wow. The sweetness of jaggery and the freshness of coconut. This is the taste of tradition. And one can truly feel the love and devotion that goes into every bite. Well, now let's explore a new wave of modaks that might cater to a more contemporary and diverse palate.
Next, we'll explore the fascinating techniques behind crafting these premium modern modaks.
This is amazing.
We have done the modak, which comes with a pistachio, almond, tiramisu flavor. So we start cooking them first, like for the coconut. We cook them, then we keep them for a certain period of time to make them a little more subtle, and then we start our process to add flavor in it. Like with the coconut we do passion fruit, and every sweet has a different way of making it. When in terms of giving the right shape of a modak, there also we add little modern feature in it to make these sweets in a mold where you can get a different look than a regular modak, but yes, this looks like a modak only, which is, you can say, modern modak.
Well, whether you prefer a classic taste of tradition or a modern twist of this beloved sweet, Modaks continue to be the heart of Ganesh Chaturthi celebrations. This festival season, why not try both and make the best of both the worlds?
We will now bring you a glimpse of some of the wildest events worldwide, from the chaotic Tomato Festival in Spain to the quirky World Gravy Wrestling Championship in the UK.
This is Buñol, Spain, where tradition and festivity collide in a spectacular display of color and chaos. thousands of people splattered each other with tomatoes to celebrate the annual La Tomatina Food Fight Festival. La Tomatina festival is said to have begun in 1945 due to a bust-up amongst local villagers and is renowned for its epic tomato throwing battle. Every year, thousands of participants from all over the globe flock here to engage in this juicy tradition. The festival isn't just about throwing tomatoes, it celebrates community and joy. Locals and visitors come together, sharing the mess and merriment that defines La Tomatina.
This is our first time in Tomatina and I'm loving it. I really love the flavor of tomatoes here and the fun and all the vibrant energy over here. I love Europe. I love the experience.
In a world where the best athletes battle it out in arenas, one competition stands thick, brown and savory above the rest. This is the World Gravy Wrestling Championship, where amateur wrestlers from around the world compete in pairs in a pool of traditional British gravy. Around 528 gallons of gravy are used at the event, which is held in a small Lancashire town in the UK. Participants are judged based on entertainment value instead of their wrestling skills, with costumes also playing a big part. The event raises charity money through wrestler participation fees and entry fees for audience members. The streets of El Salvador's small town, Nejapa, burst into flames during the annual Fireball Festival. The festival is held in honor of Saint Geronimo and recalls the 1658 eruption of the San Salvador volcano. Residents of Nejapa celebrated the festival with a fiery fiesta by hurling rags soaked in gasoline at each other. This unique tradition has been held annually on August 31st since 1922 and draws crowds of locals, visitors and tourists who cheer on the participants.
Over to the United Kingdom now. Our next story is for all history buffs. Take a look at the restoration project of a massive warship over 200 years old, the legend of ravens at the Tower of London, and how a Liverpool house used for early Beatles gigs has become an Airbnb. We begin in Portsmouth, located about 100 kilometers from London on the UK's southern shore. It is here that HMS Victory, Admiral Lord Nelson's flagship from the 1805 Battle of Trafalgar, is currently undergoing a 12-year refit. This project, valued at around $60 million, is said to be the second largest heritage restoration effort in Europe, following the restoration of Notre Dame Cathedral. The refit has already involved the removal of many of the ship's ribs, known as futtocks, which suffered damage due to water ingress leading to rot and an infestation of death watch beetles. Despite the ongoing work, visitors are still able to tour the ship at its dry dock in Portsmouth, UK. Project manager Simon Williams highlights the rare opportunity for tourists to view Victory in its stripped-down state. Although this is not the first time Victory has been saved from neglect, it is most likely the only chance you will ever have to experience this historic vessel like this. Over to London now. This is the Tower of London, one of the top tourist spots in the United Kingdom, and home to the crown jewels. Surprisingly, the ancient tower also has a number of ravens, as the kingdom's fate rests with the Raven Master. According to a 17th century British legend, the Tower of London and the kingdom itself will collapse if the fortress's ravens ever leave. The responsibility for preventing this ominous fate lies with the yeoman warders, or beef eaters, who guard the tower and its crown jewels. They must ensure that the number of resident ravens never falls below 6. According to one of the yeoman warders, who is a former Marine and is now the Raven Master, they have never taken the chance and have kept up with the tradition.
If the Ravens ever decided to leave the Tower of London, it would mean that firstly that myself and the team are doing something wrong. But if it ever happened, the legend tells us the kingdom would fall. We don't know if that's true because we've never taken a chance. And the legend says that we must have a minimum of 6 ravens at the tower at all times.
Now we move on to Liverpool with something for all the die-hard Beatles fans out there. A historic Liverpool house renowned for its basement, where the Beatles played some of their earliest gigs and where John Lennon's name is still etched into the ceiling, and Paul McCartney's paintwork remains intact, has found a new lease of life as an Airbnb listing. Mona Best, the mother of the band's original drummer, Pete Best, launched the Casbah Coffee Club in 1959, where the band performed over 40 times.
This is the bedroom of the John Lennon suite here at the Casbah Coffee Club Suites.
The rooms in this holiday rental have been decorated with a touch of the Beatles, including guitars, photos, and names dedicated to the stars. Work to convert the house to rental accommodation was ongoing since 2020 and finally opened this August with prices just north of $160 per night. Jordan's Petra, one of the 7 world wonders, now stands eerily quiet. Once thriving with tourists, the ongoing conflict in Gaza has caused a dramatic drop in visitors, leaving its bustling pathways nearly deserted and its businesses struggling to survive.
This is Petra, the ancient capital of the Nabateans. This civilization was once ruled in a vast desert area in West Asia. But today, the usually bustling passageways of Jordan's iconic city are strikingly quiet. This world-renowned site, celebrated for its cultural heritage and archaeological wonders, now only sees a few visitors wandering through its rose-red sandstone canyons. Shops and businesses that once thrived here have been forced to close. Local authorities, tour guides, and shop owners explain that the ongoing conflict in nearby Gaza has caused a sharp decline in tourism, driving visitors away. Tourism in Petra has plummeted by 76% compared to 2023. The impact of the conflict has been more devastating for Petra's tourism sector than even the pandemic. Out of the hotels in Petra, 35 have shut their doors. Others remain open but barely hang on with sporadic bookings. The conflict was ignited on October 7th when Hamas militants stormed southern Israel, killing over 1,000 people and taking hundreds of hostages. It was a devastating blow for the tourism industry in the region.
Tourism after the events of Gaza has decreased significantly. Before the events of Gaza, we used to receive tourism around 3,000 to 4,000 tourists. With the events which started 11 months ago, tourism has decreased significantly. Now there is only local tourism.
Once a symbol of resilience and timeless beauty, Petra now stands eerily silent, a stark reminder of how conflict far beyond its borders can ripple across even the most historic and cherished sites.
New York City is one of the most visited cities in the world. It offers incredible experiences, from world-renowned museums to a vibrant cultural scene. But there's another reason people flock to this city: its diverse and iconic food scene.
New York City is one of the most visited cities in the world. It offers an incredible array of experiences, from world-renowned museums to its vibrant cultural scene. But there's another reason people flock to the city: its diverse and iconic food scene. From the creamy richness of classic New York cheesecake to the irresistible slices of its famous pizza, New York's culinary landscape truly has it all. Suppose you're passionate about exploring even more unique culinary delights. In that case, you'll want to hear about one of the most exciting food festivals in the world held in New York. We are talking about Japan Fest, the world's largest Japanese outdoor food event. This vibrant festival transforms the streets into a sensory paradise filled with flavorful aromas, colorful dishes, and a lively crowd of thousands. The city became a culinary haven for food enthusiasts as Japan Fest took over the streets. The festival celebrated everything from matcha and shaved ice to octopus crackers, offering a taste of Japan right in the heart of the city. With more than 50,000 visitors annually, Japan Fest has firmly established itself as a staple in the city's dynamic food scene.
This is the biggest Japanese outdoor food event in the world. Yeah. And then we have like a customer more than 50,000 people per year.
Starting in 2016 as a single weekend event, Japan Fest has expanded to span from February to November, featuring over 30 events annually. It's now one of New York City's most iconic food festivals. For lovers of Japanese cuisine, this festival is a dream come true.
I love Japanese food in general, and with all the great options here, it just seemed like the best place to go.
The festival's broad appeal can be attributed to the health benefits of Japanese food and the transparency of its preparation. It's not just adults who are enchanted. Young foodies are also indulging in unique offerings like purple sweet potato ice cream. Japan Fest goes beyond just food. It fosters a community sense. It creates a vibrant space where people from all walks of life come together to celebrate Japanese culture.
New York City is a melting pot for culture, so you would experience here the best thing.
Whether you're a fan of Japanese cuisine or love discovering new cultures through food, Japan Fest offers a delectable experience. If you're planning a trip to New York City, time it with this event to savor the flavors of the world. Bon appetit!
That's a wrap for this week's Wings. We return with more stories for those looking for the best experiences next weekend. Until then, it's me, Johan Castell, signing off. Goodbye.